With a Dyno Plus, you have three choices. Choice number one, you can shoot 12 6x6 centimeter negatives on a 120 film roll. Choices 2 and 3 are these inserts. The first insert gives you 16 4.2 by 4.2 negatives, and the second insert gives you 16 overlapping negatives. That's what they call panorama mode. Now, to install your insert, you open the camera and pick up the insert so that the writing is at the front facing you and at the bottom. There are two knobs at the bottom of this insert that fit right into the camera here. You push at the top and it snaps right in. Now the panorama mask drops in exactly the same way. Now I like to shoot 12 6x6 negatives, so I'm going to remove the insert. Next step is to take the TakeUp spool and drop it in the take-up side of the camera. Now the winder knob is attached to a little tab here in the camera. Now that tab fits into a slot at the end of the spool. So you line those up and drop that in and turn the winder knob. I like to turn the winder knob so that the slot in the spool is facing outward. Next, you take your roll of film and remove the paper band around the middle here. You drop that in. You pull the film across. Put the end of the film in the slot. And give the winder knob a few turns here. Take up the slack out of the film roll. Now the next step's important. You want to make sure that the film spools are aligned so that these holes in the film holders are centered. Now this is important because in the film back, or the camera back rather, there's two little nubs here that fit in those holes, and those are going to hold the film in position. If you don't get those lined up, what you're going to find is that the winder knob is very hard to turn. Now the next thing you need to make sure is that your film counter window is set on the right number. Now, if you're shooting 16, this little slide would come up here so the arrow's pointing at the 16. We're shooting 12, so I'm going to slide it back down here. The arrow's facing the 12. Now we just wind until we see the 1 in our window. Almost there. And there we go. Number 1. Now your camera's ready to take its first picture.